All right, hi guys. So we're here today to read our story. This story never fails to make me laugh. The bear and his reactions always make me giggle. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And our story is Tops and Bottoms. It was written and illustrated by Janet Stevens, so she's pretty talented. She wrote the words and she drew the pictures. And as we read together, I want you to think about our essential question. Why is it important to grow food crops? It's a good question. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and they cooked up a plan. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear was, of course, asleep. "Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor Hare, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" Bear said. "So what'll it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms?" Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare." "Right, tops." Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Do you think that sounds like a deal that might be too good to be true? I'm thinking so. Let's see what happens. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the tops and I get the bottoms." You know this isn't going to go well for Bear. Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. So what did Hare and his family get? Look, they have all this beautiful vegetables, radishes and carrots. And what does Bear have? The gross, nasty, stringy tops. Bear stared at his pile. "But Hare, all the best parts are in your half." "You chose the tops, Bear," Hare said. "Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms." Hare agreed. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. Do you think this is going to work out for Bear? When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Does it look like this is going well? Bear looked at his pile and scowled. Look at that pile. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." So what do you think? Is he going to get tricked a third time? If you were Bear, do you think you would still be sleeping, or do you think you might be paying a little bit more attention to what Hare's doing? Let's see what happens. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then watered and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. This time you get the tops and the bottoms." There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. So there's his nice pile of corn, and there's Bear's gross pile of roots. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear? You get the tops and bottoms, I get the middle." "Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." So 3 times in a row he got tricked. By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. So if you remember, we talk about how stories like this, trickster tales, fables, they teach us a message, or they have a message that they want us to get. What lesson or message do you think this story is teaching us? Yeah, absolutely. If you said it's teaching you to not be lazy and to work hard for all that you have, you are exactly right. Bear was pretty lazy. He slept the whole entire time, and because of that, he got tricked 3 times in a row. So if he just wouldn't have been lazy and would have been willing to work hard, that wouldn't have happened to him. All right, I hope you enjoy this story as much as I do.